Every day, we are forced to make choices that involve cost-benefit analysis. It is the primary tool of economic reasoning, and we use it every day from deciding on where to park, what movie to see, and even what to eat for lunch. You see, as humans, we are selfish. We are always trying to maximize our utility. Utility is the word economists use to describe the satisfaction consumers receive from consumption. In economics, it is assumed that consumers make consistent, rational decisions and seek to maximize their utility with a fixed income. Economists recommend using a 5-step process for problem solving. To understand this more clearly, meet Christina. The first step in decision making is to identify the goal. Christina is in search of a new dress. She wants to spend a limited amount of money to buy the best dress possible. In other words, she wants to minimize the amount she spends, but it also must meet her criteria. Looks like Christina has found the dress of her dreams. But there's just one problem. The second step in problem solving is to identify the available alternatives. Because Christina's first dress is way above her budget, she finds her way to the sales section in hopes of finding a more affordable option. Step 3 is to identify the advantages and disadvantages of each alternative. If Christina chose to buy dress number 1, the cost would be buying a dress way out of her price range. However, the benefit would be she would get exactly what she wanted today. Another option would be to wait for the dress to go on sale. If she chooses to wait, she'll risk the chance of the dress not being there in a month, and she'll have wasted all that time for nothing. However, if it is there, she'll be able to buy her dream dress for a more affordable price. Christina's third alternative would be to buy dress number 2. The cost of buying dress number 2 is that Christina thinks it is ugly. However, she does like the fact that it is way below her budget. Using the costs and benefits from each alternative, step 4 is to narrow the alternatives to 2. Because Christina wants a dress today, she chose to narrow it down to dress number 1 and 2. Finally, step number 5 is to identify the choice and the opportunity cost of the decision. Christina is deciding to say no to dress number 2 and yes to dress number 1. A marginal benefit is the additional satisfaction or utility that a person receives from consuming a unit of a good or service. In this case, Christina's marginal benefit is that she is excited to buy the dress today so she can start wearing it. However, just because Christina received benefits from her decision doesn't mean she didn't have a price to pay. An opportunity cost is the benefits you could have received from taking an alternative action. In this case, since Christina chose to pay full retail price for the dress, the opportunity cost is what she could have done with the money she used to buy it. Economists refer to the demand curve to ask questions such as how much each citizen is willing to pay for various types and amounts of public goods rather than go without them. The law of diminishing utility tells us that successive units of any good yield less and less added benefit. This is also true for public goods, explaining the downward slope of one's willingness to pay. This, in essence, is a marginal benefit curve. Choosing to incorporate cost-benefit analysis into our daily lives will lead us into a life as a good decision maker and being more money-wise.